Dear friends, we want to welcome you all to the World Pulses Day 2021. My name is Manoj Chaudhary and I am representing Sun Impacts International Foods LLC, Myanmar. And I am here with my colleague, Mr. Murari Goenka, who is representing Regis International Company Limited. Together, we have a great pleasure to introduce a lady who is totally committed to help you discover a healthier you. Her mantra since past 21 years. I have been there. I have walked the path. I know the pains and pitfalls. I know there are days when temptations rules. And then I have experienced the joy triumph. I have only to say to this, I understand it is possible. I can, you can, we can. With this, I would like to introduce Miss Nani Sitalwad, a renowned nutritionist who is joining us today for this interview session to talk more about beans and pulses. Over to you, Mr. Murari.
Hi. So we straight away go to the first question. So Miss Nani, my question is, do vegetarians lack protein? And more specifically for vegans, even more proteins, the primary source will be pulses. So do they have enough sources of protein?
It's a very, very relevant question. And in the last 21 years of my practice as a nutritionist, let me tell you one thing. Everybody worries that if they are vegetarian, will they lack protein? Well, the only thing I can tell you is a resounding no. Millions of people are being vegetarians since eons, and lots of people are also turning to the plant kingdom for their good health. And when you do a complete plant protein from these little superfoods, which I call your pulse kingdom, there is no way that you can lack protein. It's a combination of your pulses with other foods that give you magnificent health. So vegetarians absolutely lack no protein. And vegan, not at all. So please worry not that you will actually lack protein if you're vegetarian or vegan. As a matter of fact, you will have terrific health because the plant protein has so many vitamins, minerals, fibers, antioxidants that will actually help you reverse, retard, and prevent diseases.
That's very nice, madam. Today I'm a little bit relaxed of being a vegetarian. That's really a positive feeling for me right now.
I'm so glad.
Yeah. Ma'am, I just want to know, can pulses aid in the reversal of lifestyle diseases like obesity, cholesterol, and diabetes? And is it like they have some metabolic disorders can cure by like thyroid, PCOD?
Actually, the lesser you eat from the animal kingdom, it is better for all degenerative diseases. It's not about cholesterol. It's not about diabetes, PCOD, or thyroid. It's also about cancer, inflammation, arthritis. When you eat more from the plant kingdom, you get more phytochemicals, you get more antioxidants, you get more fiber. Actually, also pregnant women and lactating women, let me tell you, plant protein is the way to go. When you combine the plant protein, that is your pulses, your legumes, your sprouts, your dals, literally with a grain or a millet or your rice, you will get complete protein. And this will work in keeping you full and also satiating you. On top of it, give you all the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that you need to live a very healthy life. Have you ever heard that your pulses take up your cholesterol or your plant kingdom takes up your cholesterol? Absolutely not. It is food from the animal kingdom that take up your cholesterol levels. So please go in for your pulses, your legumes, your sprouts, your beans, and see what a win-win situation it is to your health.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this one.
So I hear many times you refer the term, what exactly does the term dal refer to?
What exactly does the term dal refer to? Dal is a term used since ancient Vedic times. And dal means all your pulses, your legumes, your peas, your whole pulses, your sprouts, they can be cooked, they can be sprouted. So dal is literally a term used for all your entire pulse kingdom. And let me also tell you that the pulse kingdom is one of the most ancient known foods to mankind. It's mentioned during the Vedic times.
Okay. Madam, I have a little tricky questions. Like being a trader, for me, always like black mape is considered as a king of dal. Like black mape means urad. We consider urad as a king of dal. But as a nutritionist, that in what according to you will be a king of dal?
Well, according to the nutritionists, according to Vedic times, according to a folklore, according to health, the king of dals is your mung. Mung is very, very easy to digest. The most common food since Vedic times, or the first food that you even feed a baby, is normally khichdi. Khichdi is a term used in India where you combine your mung dal with your rice. And of course, your healing herbs and your spices and a bit of, normally we do, the A2 cow's milk, which we refer as desi ghee, which comes from the cow milk. And that food is very cooling, very soothing, and easy to digest. So mung is definitely the king of the dals.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Then, since we're talking about pulses being the main sources of protein for vegetarians, so there's another question same as this, that can athletes get the required protein intake from pulses and dal?
I'm so tired of telling everybody that vegetarians do not lack protein. Please understand that you have 20 amino acids and 9 are what you do not get, and you get it from the food you eat. When you combine a pulse with any grain, whether it's a seen grain, whether it is rice, whether it is wheat, whether it's millets, the combination of both of them give you a complete protein. So vegetarians do not lack protein at all.
Thank you for the reassurance.
Madam, that is true that now we understood that a pulses vegetarian do not need any sort of protein. Can you suggest some special cooking method or best cooking method for the pulses?
Yes, 101%. It is very, very important that the cooking method is well followed because it aids in the digestion. What I tell people always, that is, you soak, first you clean and wash your pulses very well. Then you soak them from 12 to 24 hours. That literally helps you remove the negative properties of a pulse from the point of nutrition. When you soak them, then either you slow cook them on heat, on a low flame, or you pressure cook them. The whole pulses, like your chickpeas, your kidney beans, need to be pressure cooked. But your mung beans, your urad dal may not need to be pressure cooked. Just cook it on a low flame. But it is very, very important for the pulse to be digested well by the body, and to get all the nutritional benefits, you need vitamin C. That's the reason why in India, we always, to any protein food, and especially to our legumes and pulses, we add in either lemon, or we add in tamarind, or we add in garcinia, or dry mango powder. Plus, for easy digestibility, you need to add in a good quality fat, whether it is seed oil, coconut oil, or it is your A2 cow's ghee. Plus, combine this with vegetables. That will make your pulse very superior and a grain. So it's one complete meal. You can make one pot meal. So cooking methods could be slow flame, or it could be pressure cooked.
So now we know the benefits of pulses and the source of protein and the advantages of using pulses, and that the vegetarians or vegans don't lack protein. So how would you advise the general population to incorporate pulses in daily life?
Pulses should be used every single day. As a matter of fact, in India, we do use them practically at every meal. What I would ask the people who are now getting used to eating pulses, there are different forms. As you say, you can have it in your breakfast in a sprouted form where you can combine it with any grain. You can also have it in the form of hummus. You can make a burrito bowl. If it's your kidney beans, you can add it to your soups. There are so many different ways that you can incorporate pulses in your life that it's really great fun. And they're very easy to digest. Please include it every single day, at least once a day. There are little tips which there are a lot of people ask me questions that do pregnant women manage only on vegetarian protein and especially on only your pulses? How will the baby get protein? How will there be growth? All you need to understand that you need 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram. When you're pregnant, you just need to increase it to 1 gram. And pregnant women, when you combine your pulses with a grain, you will get a complete protein. So please do not think for pregnant women, for adolescents, for toddlers, pulse protein is not enough. It's really, truly enough. And actually, it's much more easy to digest.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Like now being a vegetarian, I'm proud of myself. Actually, we both are pure vegetarian, me and Mr. Murari. So
I'm glad to know that. I have turned vegetarian, pure vegetarian in the last 20 years. And let me tell you one thing, my protein levels are really, really good. And a lot of my clients are vegetarian. A lot of them are converting to vegetarian. And the Pulse Kingdom really has helped them tremendously. As I said, Moong is the king of your pulses. And Moong can be blended into so many foods. Also, a lot of people use your masoor, and it really, when you make little kebabs out of it, it really tastes like a mock meat. So let me tell you, it is wonderful to be a vegetarian. The health benefits are unbelievable, and I would really encourage everybody, try to incorporate your pulses every single day in your life, and you will only have a win-win situation towards your health.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Naini. So this was quite a great insight, and thank you so much, Ms. Naini, for joining us today to complete the World Pulses Day 2021 with your appearance. I want to thank our audience as well as my colleague, Mr. Manoj, for supporting me in today's interview session. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you very much for inviting me to speak on my favorite food group, the Pulse Kingdom.
Thank you, audience. Thank you very much, Ms. Naini. Thank you, Mr. Murari.